Hello my friends and welcome back to A Coffee Tea Paper. My name is Louise and today I'm going to check in with you with how I've gone in my what was initially going to be a no spend, but I don't know who I was kidding with that, but my low spend quarter. So this is January through to the end of March. I'm not going to count any souvenirs that I bought on my little holiday. I'm just going to be looking at things, stationery things that I've purchased in the last few months. So, I first fell off the wagon with these stickers, which I was totally influenced by Ali from Dabbling in Journals to purchase, and I have not regretted them a bit. I spent $19 something on them, and I am loving them. I have used them heaps. I have used them in Happy Mails, I've used them in journals, and do you know what? I've barely scratched the surface. I have so many to use. So I am very, very happy with these. Okay, next of course we had the, what a scandal, the Lihit Smart Fit pouch. As you can see, he's still with me. He's been living in the penthouse with some other pen cases and things that I tend to use on holidays, or if I go away for a weekend or something like that. Gone, but not forgotten. Will be of use at some point. Then of course, oh dear, came Anjou. You remember Anjou from my breakup video, and if you haven't and you're in the mood for a bit of a giggle, feel free to go and check that out. I will leave a link up there somewhere in this vicinity. So Anjou replaced Lihit, and loving it. No regrets there. Definitely the right thing to do. It's just made everything so much easier. And so I totally can recommend this. Now I have, in the meantime, you might just be able to see when this pouch first came, it had like a red rubber brand label on the front there, and I've just unpicked the stitching there, and I'm thinking I might at some point put some like embroidery patch or something on it to give it a bit of personalization. Anyway, we'll see. We'll get to that. It's not looking very good, is it? I've not been very I've not been very good at all. The next thing was, of course, look, I don't know. I feel I should put this under personal development. So this, I don't really feel this was a whim or a fun, well, it is fun, what am I saying? But I'm going to put this under personal development purchases, things to improve myself. So of course I went off to the Polishing Your Penmanship course held by Barbara Nickel, and as part of that course I purchased this dip pen. The book came as part of the workshop cost. I bought the copper plate practice pad and the recommended ink by Barbara, the Sailor Kiwaguru ink. No regrets. Next, oh my god, it's mounting up. Okay. This was a purchase. Yeah, you know where I'm heading with this. It's all justification, right? But I needed a lightweight excellent notebook, portable, that I could quickly jot some notes down to keep information about things like my Ferris Wheel Press Ambassador Creative Ambassador Program information, details about design ideas and purchases for my online store, my little Etsy store. I've got a whole section here in the back for a very exciting project, which I don't think I've talked to you guys about. Together with another lady up the Sunshine Coast, she and I are organising, or we have organised, a Southeast Queensland Journal Keepers meetup. That's happening on April 22nd. So excited about it. It's almost fully booked. We've got one place left, and I'm just ecstatic about it. So I've been using this notebook also to write down ideas and where I'm up to with that, like booking the venue options, all those kind of brainstorming ideas. And something else in here as well. I can't remember. Anyway, look, it's not a pretty journal. It's just a writing down stuff thing. This wasn't a purchase. This was a gift. So this was a gift from my husband to as a bit of a cheer me up gift after my surgery on my shoulder and my knee recently, so that I had something nice to play with in the meantime while I've been having a lot of downtime at my desk and at home. And and I love how it matches the cover of the Hobonichi notebook. And this, of course, is the TWSBI Eco Tea Saffron, and I got this in a 1.1 stub nib. And the ink I have in there is Aussie Tea by Robert Oster, which was a Christmas present. Oh, mounting up. Now we'll move on to other things that I've been gifted. This beautiful handmade leather journal, buffalo leather journal with handmade paper in it, which was gifted to me by Lab Craft Boutique down in Melbourne. And I am not using this journal just yet because I want to bring it along to our Journal Keepers meetup so that other people can have a look at it, and I might even use it there to get people to write like a little note or a little message, or do a little collage or something in it as a bit of a memory keeping exercise for that. I'm not quite sure yet, but I don't want to use it until people have had a chance to have a look at it in person. So the gift. Let's just rearrange things. It's not going to make the pile look any smaller, is it? Try. Okay, the other gifting items has been ink from Ferris Wheel Press. Let's start. These were the two inks as part of the January package. This was their January release. Of course, the Purple Jade Rabbit and Lapis Lullabies, which is their Fairy Tales ink. This is a limited edition. It's a Curious Collaboration ink to, of course, celebrate Lunar New Year. Very nice. I've done reviews of all the inks you're going to see, so if you're interested in seeing how they write, how they swatch out, and my opinions on them, also separate videos. February's ink was Grand Central Skies, and the fairy tale version was Workshop Wishes. Love this one. It's a beautiful brownie beige with a silver shimmer, and oh, gorgeous. When I finish up the Aussie green tea, I'm going to put that one in there. March ink, the Fluttering Heart. and Cloak and Forest. I love this one as well. Look, you can tell a bit of a theme here. I probably tend to favour the inks that are a bit on the darker side, that have a bit of shimmer, a bit of shading, a bit of sheen. What can I say? That's just my preference. I'm not saying I don't like these inks. I do like them. But if I was going to have to pick, I would probably pick this, the Fairy Tale ink series. Yeah, love that. And I love the little stories that go in behind it, and I love how they're all interconnected and each one references back to the previous ink. So this was Geppetto's Workshop and Red Riding Hood, and of course ink for April, which I will cover in my next quarter review, is Glittering Glass, which references the tale of Cinderella. Last and final purchases. These just came in. What can I say? There was a 15% off. There's always an excuse, right? 15% off at Bookbinders. Yeah. Love, love, love Bookbinders. Love all their products, and the fact that they're a Traveller's Notebook company partner store in Australia, and they will stamp your journals with their partner stamp. I want to go down to Melbourne so I can go and linger and loiter in the shop and touch the things. I got this because in my little notebook, which I was explaining before, that I use it for a variety of things, and the notebook actually has different coloured grid pages in the different sections. So there's a light brown grid, there's a sort of a grey, greeny, olivey grid, a pale blue, and in the front like an orangey grid. But I'm still finding it hard to find the sections that I need. So I got this Midori brass index clips. So I will be able to put that. And I'm just going to have a bit of a confession here. I actually have purchased an A6 cover for this, but there's been a problem with it. It got lost, and there was a problem at the post office, and it's been a bit of a drama. So hopefully it will eventually turn up and I won't be subbing myself to sleep each night, and then I can share it next quarter, even though I have actually purchased it this quarter, but we'll gloss over that. So they are going on there. Oh, here they are. The other thing I did was when I did my travel journal kit, part of that I took a Schminke watercolor travel set with me, and I identified some gaps in the colors that I really wanted. So in the meantime, I have purchased these, a Schminke neutral tint, raw sienna, and burnt umber. These should fill the gaps in my palette nicely, and of course I did a whole swatch out of all the different colours and the mixings and things, so I'll have to update that with these 3 additional paints. Mildliner released a limited edition or a special edition in this beautiful beige ink, which I actually had purchased separately. It was part of their new line. I think they released it last year, where they did an olive and a beige and a couple of other sort of pale colours, like there was a cream or something, and I really like these 2 colours. I didn't buy the whole set because I was trying to be frugal even back then, but I use this one a lot, and I thought it would be fun to get this limited edition one or this special edition one, because you might be able to see it's exactly the same ink and everything. The only thing that they've done differently is they put these special little images on it. So there's an ink bottle, a rubber stamp, paper clips, fountain pen or calligraphy nibs, glasses, which, hello, don't be shocked by how strong they are, fountain pen, paper plane, which I take to represent like happy mail, pen paling, airmail, a notebook. I think that might be like a sack of coffee beans, croissant, I don't know, some bickies, coffee beans, and a cup of coffee. So, when my daughter saw it, she was like, "Oh, mummy, it's like they made it for you." And I'm like, "I know, right? There's no way I could not buy this." So that's how I'm justifying that. And my last purchase, I've really been eyeing off those Jinhao 82 pens that are meant to be a dupe or an homage, if you're being kind, of the Sailor Pro Gear Slim pens. So far, I've held off. Let's see what April brings. But in the meantime, I've actually purchased this Profit Junior, which came with an ink bundle. And look, I haven't even opened it. I was saving it to open with you guys. So let's just do that. Try not to lose any. Oh, good on you. Okay, the struggle is real, isn't it? Okay. I'm not getting attached to the packaging. I'm not getting attached to the packaging. I don't mind that at all, she says. So, the interesting thing about this fountain pen and the whole little, I guess, pack that Sailor have put together here is that, let me just get it all out, is that this pen comes with, it can take cartridges, but it also comes with a converter which you can fill, and oh, it's almost got that Kaweco squeak. And it's this really nice kind of iridescent-y pearlized finish, which, ooh la la, I like it. But what really got me over the line was this nib. So let's see, I'm not sure if you can see it here. Let's just put this out. It is a medium fine and it is a fude nib. So I have never tried that before. So I'm very, very interested to give it a go, because apparently, depending on the angle that you're holding the pen, you can get a very fine line to a very thick line. And yeah, I just thought it would be quite interesting to have a bit of an experiment with. It also came with this ink, Kitsune Biori, which I'll swatch out for you at some point. I might do it, actually. I'll clean up all of this and we'll do a quick swatch and check it out. But yeah, so as you can see, my nose pen turned into a not nose pen, and I'm going to say a low spend, because even though I have a lot of stuff here on my desk, we're justifying this as personal development. I have a lot of gifts here, which I'm super, super grateful to receive. And yeah, I don't think I did too badly. I'll just tidy up and we'll swatch out this ink, okay? Okay, and we're back with a neater, tidier desk. So what I've done while I was paused was that I have popped in these brass page index markers from Midori into my hobonichi notebook, and now I can quickly and easily go to all the different sections that I have in my notebook. So I'm super stoked with that, and yeah, and I can't wait to see them kind of, patina up, as they say. Or, as I used to say in my old job, age in place. I have also added in the converter into the pen, and of course we'll talk a bit about that, but let's do some swatching. Handy dandy paintbrush. For this I'm going to use my other ink bottle stamp because I want to keep my Ferris wheel press one for my Ferris wheel pressings. Oh, that is not what I was expecting at all. I was expecting something quite different to that. Don't you love this? It's so pretty in a psychedelic inky kind of way. Right, okay. That's interesting. So I was far more expecting it to be like this kind of purpley pinky colour. So it's going to be really interesting to see how that dries up. Okay, let's ink up the pen and see what we get out of that. I don't know, I always get ink on my hands, on my fingers. I don't know, there's probably a neat way to do it, but not that I know of. Okay, so what are we calling this? We are calling this... Oh, this nib's so weird. Look, it looks kind of broken, right? So it's on a 40 degree angle. So it's meant to be like, changing depending on the angle that you hold it. Yeah. So the tip of the fude nib is bent 40 degrees in its normal position. Changing the writing angle and the position of the pen enables the user to freely change the thickness of the line and to write and draw strokes from fine to thick, not think, thick. Ugh, okay. What am I saying? Okay. Oh, I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, so weird. Oh, I need it posted. I think that's what's throwing me off. Okay, so, whew, that was stressful. I definitely have to go and watch some YouTube videos on how to maximize this nib, what it's best used for, what like techniques to use it with. Yeah, because it's a struggle. It's a struggle, and I I normally like a broad, or stub nib, but I do enjoy fine nib for, I think, in some cases with trying to do this copper plate script, I think it looks a bit neater with the finer nib. I think I've definitely improved as I've gone down the page, but yes, it's not like a normal fountain pen nib at all. I'm super, super intrigued. So, tell me what you think. Have you tried one of these Fude nibs? I know there's another degree as well. I think it might be like 50 degree angle or something, which might, that's another more exaggerated angle again, which kind of makes me slightly panicky to think about that. Yeah, so let me know what you think. Let me know what you think about the ink as well, because it's definitely. What do you think? Is it getting closer to what's on the bottle now? I don't know. I don't know. I like it. Don't get me wrong. I really like this kind of mushroomy, beigey, pinky ink. I think it'll be really nice. We're coming into autumn here, of course. I think it'll be super nice for that. And it writes quite legibly as well. So yeah, okay. Did you fall off the wagon if you were on it? And yes, so thank you, and I will see you next time. Bye.